So if you've got an admit at NJIT, you're probably wondering, where do I live? Cost, location, transportation, these are all factors in housing. And we're going to break down the top housing options for students at the New Jersey Institute of Technology. Check it out. Hey friends, welcome to Chine Coaching. I'm Rob. And at Chine Coaching, we love helping people thrive and succeed in their cross-cultural journeys, especially international students. And we're going to be talking about finding the right housing options for NJIT. We've got Dhaval and Nikita, current students. We're going to be breaking down the top housing options and all the factors to help you decide the best place for you to live based on your budget and your factors. Dhaval, you want to introduce yourself, buddy?
Hello guys, my name is Dhaval Nikita. I'm from Mumbai, the city of dreams. And I'm pursuing my MS in Business and Information Systems at NJIT, which is a STEM course.
Fantastic. Nikita, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hello everyone, I'm Nikita Ramesh Gaikwad. I'm from Mumbai, India. Currently, I'm at NJIT studying Masters in Computer Science.
Great. And these guys, we've also made another video of a student review of the university NJIT. So if you want to learn everything about that college, we'll have a link in the video to check that as well after you watch this housing video. But first, we're going to do off-campus housing and then also look at on-campus housing. So there at NJIT, the kind of closest localities for housing are Harrison, East Newark, Kearney, and Jersey City, especially for off-campus housing. So Dhaval, tell us about these options and all the factors people need to know.
As Rob said, there are these 4 locations. These are the best possible locations you would want to see for off-campus housing if you're coming here at NJIT. These places have convenience stores nearby. These places have got restaurants nearby, places to visit. There's a huge park in Kearney where you can play, you can run, you can do all your sports activities over there. The other thing, the places over here are quite affordable. So the range of what you will be paying as just rent would be from 300 to 800, which can be including or excluding the utilities, which is obviously according to the landlord or the landlady. But usually the minimum is 300 and the maximum, it's your life. It's how lavish you want to stay. It's out of your pocket. So the other thing, Harrison, East Newark and Kearney, they are all 3 in a very straight line. If you are crossing Harrison, the very next thing you visit is East Newark, and the very next stop is Kearney. The transportation from there varies. If you want to walk, it's a 35 to 40 minutes walk. If you want to take a bus, you surely can. The best thing if you want to do is you can walk. You would want to enjoy the scenery over here. The other thing, the next location is Jersey City. So Jersey City is I can say it's a hub for Indian students because it has got a different area for Indian students. Not specifically Indian students, but Indian restaurants and groceries, because American and the Indian groceries might differ at times. There are some spices, there are different things which might differ. People also prefer Jersey City. The farthest most options are Hoboken and Edison. So I would not prefer that. But if you don't find places at these 4 locations, Hoboken and Edison are the places you would want to go for. So the cost of living over here, approximately it's $1,000 that you would want to spend here at Harrison, Kearney and East Newark. It also differs, like if you're cooking or if you're buying something from outside or you're eating at restaurants, it always differs. But
so Dhaval, $1,000, is that like your monthly expenses? Is that what you're talking about?
Monthly expense, yes.
Rent plus what else?
Rent plus utilities, plus your food, everything, plus your transportation or whatever you go through. That's $1,000.
Okay.
So other than this, living over here, you need to. I would suggest if some of your seniors are over here, you can ask them to visit the places which you are actually going to go. For example, the apartments or the whole house or something. I would genuinely recommend that. Other than this, these are wonderful places to go for.
It sounds like there in New Jersey, the sizes of the place vary from small apartments to renting a house or a townhome. You know, some are big, some are small. So there's not really a standard. And there also isn't like specific communities or societies, but again, you're renting just kind of random flats or apartments or homes and townhomes. So how do people find these? You know, how do people find these places for rent and get connected there?
So the best place you want to go look at is the Facebook page. It's called NJIT Off Campus Housing. You go there and then you will see an n number of listings over there. You can find specific rooms or apartments or even the complete house for rent. You can even meet new people over there who are looking for new places. So more the merrier. If there are more number of people in a house, the rent decreases gradually. It also depends on the limit of people the landlord or the landlady wants to occupy in that house. It is always good to ask what's the limit of people in this house, because there are a couple of rules and regulations about this house, like no smoking or drinking, no partying, such as to not harass the neighbors. There are particular couple of rules which the landlord tells you. Other than this, utilities, usually what you have to pay for is the electricity and gas and the Wi-Fi bill. The cold water, majority of the times, it is settled by the landlord or the landlady. But yes, these are the two prominent bills which the tenant has to pay or the incoming student has to pay.
And what do those roughly cost?
The Wi-Fi cost, it might take $10 off your pocket max. Other than this, PACG, I mean the electricity and gas bill, it ranges from like $10 to $30.
Per person.
If there are less number, yes, that's per person. If there are more people, the electricity and gas bill might go low. But if there are less people and the consumption is accordingly done well, the cost might go high.
When renting a house or an apartment, it's more you're renting from an individual landlord rather than like a management company or a big kind of property community, correct?
You can do both. You can either contact the landlord directly, or you can go through a real estate agent.
Okay.
It all depends on you. Yeah, but I would suggest to go to the landlord personally. All the expectations and the realities of the place can be directly told by the landlord. Safety is never an issue when you walk up on the streets in Harrison, East Newark, Kearney. There's a police station and a fire department after every 3 blocks. That's a very safe thing. The same applies to Jersey City, Edison, and Hoboken as well.
Well, it's glad that, the students have this sense of safety and feel comfortable roaming around,
absolutely.
enjoying the city. It's a safe with good public transportation. So that's really encouraging. Now, another option people might want to consider is on campus for different reasons, different conveniences. So Nikita, tell us more about the on-campus options that people can consider.
There are many on-campus housing options that you get. There are different halls at NJIT, the Cypress Hall, the Honors Hall, the Redwood Hall. The one new that came this year is the Maple Hall, and many of them are really interested towards the Maple Hall because it has a complete facility that everyone wants. There are another good halls, that is the Oak Hall and the Laurel Hall, which most of the sometimes graduate students also prefer, but not everyone prefers, because mostly if you see the halls, they're always the undergrad students who occupy them a lot. For the undergrad students for the first year, it is always compulsory for them to stay on campus. So they always stay in the Cypress Hall or the Redwood Hall. They're not allowed to use any other halls during their first year. The Cypress Hall basically is like the suite kind of thing. You'll have 2 rooms and you will be sharing them. It is a completely furnished room. You'll have a study table, you'll have a wardrobe. You will also have some good pictures all over the room so that you're never bored of seeing the continuous same color. For different halls, as you see, the Maple Hall, which came this semester, has many good things that you get your private kitchen as well. You have private meeting rooms. There is no shared bathroom. You get your private bathroom also at the Maple Hall. It is also quite big in size. Other than that, the Oak Hall has also private kitchen to it, whereas other halls don't have private kitchens to them. They have the common kitchens where you go and cook there. You get all the amenities. The pantry is also present in the Laurel Hall. So it becomes quite easy for you that you don't need to grab stuff from outside and then cook, but you have everything on campus. Even NJIT, in the campus center building, you have food pantry where you can grab all the materials that you need to cook and go and cook in your common kitchen. Other than that, the sizes varies in every hall. It is somewhere from 600 square feet to which goes up to 900 or 1000 square feet also. So it depends on the students on what you want to choose an option. As per the sizes of the room, the cost also varies. The student has to pay per semester. If you're going for a small housing option like small square feet, then it would differ from the other halls. And also regarding it has a complete thing. If you're having your own common kitchen, and if you're completely the common residence common kitchen, these two vary, so the cost also varies. The cheapest would be somewhere around $2,000 per semester, and the maximum can be also $7,000 to $8,000 per semester. So it's very high on range, but you get the complete amenities. You don't need to pay for anything like in off campus, you pay for your electricity and everything. You don't need to pay here for the electricity, it is always included. Other than that, Wi-Fi is always free on campus, so you're always connected. The next thing and the most important thing is the meal plans. Everyone likes the meal plans. If you're not, you don't like cooking, and you're occupied by most of your time, like the work and everything. So good option is the dining option. It is continuously dining. For one item, you'll have 10 varieties in the continuous dining hall. So there is no issue for food, because even if you don't want to go in continuous dining, you don't want to have your meal plans. There are different options from meal plan that starts from $2,000, which goes up to somewhere $4,000 or $5,000 per semester. There are different options. You have Starbucks, you have the pizzeria, you have everything. Even if you don't want to eat on campus, you can walk down the street and there are ample of options. And even for the FN students who come from India, there are many Indian restaurants down the street. So you will never miss Indian food. Also, Jersey City is really close because you can take a right trail and go. Jersey City is filled with complete Indian restaurants that you see. Even if you feel that the cost of some easy household things that you just buy here, if you feel that they are expensive, you can always go to Jersey City, or even Walmart is close by. These are the good options that you see, but it depends. On campus is quite expensive than off campus housing. Definitely that's the one con to it. But if when you stay on campus, you get every facility. Even you have the fitness center. One more thing for the meal plans, if you're following any kind of diet, you will always have one option that if you're having any dietary plans, you can customize that option. Okay, I'm going to have this plan. So NJIT has always looked up to their students, what they need, what do you want, every facility. Even if you are staying in any of the halls here, if you see that something is not working, let's say if there is some, now there are winters going on, if your heater is not working, you just give the call and the maintenance and everything, every service is really very quick at NJIT. So you'll never face any problem, just the cost is high, that's the thing. Regarding the location, all the halls are in the campus of NJIT. So you will always have, you will see people, the public safety department will always be there. And even if at times you're like, you're not able to figure out anything, you'll have at quite different small distance, you'll have the complete NJIT map where you can see where exactly you are and where you want to go. If not that, there are always officers around, the public safety officers. Tell them whatever your problem is, they're happy to help you. So safety, it's completely safe at NJIT. If you're staying on campus, it's really safe.
Fantastic. You guys, if you're learning a lot from this video like me, give a big like to say thanks. Hit that thumbs up button to say thanks to Dhaval and Nikita for sharing. And our chai question for this video is, which housing option are you considering, on campus or off campus? Let us know whether you prefer on-campus or off-campus housing. Tell us in the comments. Yeah, I want to ask you guys, Dhaval and Nikita, amongst you and your friends, like, what's the best or most desired option? Like, what's the one place that everyone really, really wants to try and live for NJIT, in your opinion?
Off campus. Absolutely.
Where exactly off campus would you say?
Currently, I'm staying at East Newark, but Harrison, East Newark, Kearney, best places. Best
Hmm.
places. You get your groceries right. You get your bank right in front of you. You get everything what you need.
And Nikita, what's your vote?
So my first option is always Harrison because I need to come to college every day. So Harrison is the best option. My second option is always Jersey City, but just because of food, because you will never ever miss Indian food if you are going to stay in Jersey City.
Yeah,
Believe me, you'll get every Indian shops over there.
the Desi food streets and bazaars are really good there in Jersey
Yes,
City. They're famous. So
yes.
awesome. Well, if you guys are watching as a new incoming international student, there's two resources I want you to know about: Juno and Wise. Juno is a company that offers tuition loans at really competitive and cheaper interest rates. And you can also refinance a loan and get a better interest rate. They also offer medical and health insurance for international students, which might be cheaper than your college. So check out Juno for tuition loans, health insurance, and then Wise is a money transfer service that I use for transferring money across the world. Very cheap, one of the best rates, especially if you guys got to send money to and from home to America. And we have a link where you guys can get a free wire transfer up to $600 we want to hook you up with. So check out those in the link for Juno and Wise. And also don't miss our other video we made with Nikita and Dhaval about the complete student review about NJIT, everything you need to know from tuition, scholarships, jobs, top courses, all those things to see if that's the best university for you. Nikita, Dhaval, this has been amazing. I'm really thankful that there's lots of good housing options, and thanks so much for sharing those with all these prospective students.
Thank you, Rob.
Thank you, Rob. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you guys. Be sure to friends to connect with us online on social media, LinkedIn, Instagram. Be subscribed to the Chine Coaching newsletter as well so you don't miss out on great other helpful tips, information, resources, and events. And again, thanks so much for tuning in. Thanks for being part of the Chine Coaching community. We'll see you next time, friends. Cheers.